Hey everyone, this is Dean with DCA Crypto. Got some important crypto news for you guys today, so I'd appreciate if you subscribe to my channel, smash that like button, and let's jump into it. Alright, today I'm going to be covering some different news in crypto. I want to give you an update on where we're at in the markets here, what's going on with Bitcoin and the markets in general here, and some news in crypto, so let's dive into it here. Currently, we are almost to 2.8 trillion market cap. We are slowly climbing up there, and I'm recording this last night as you're watching this, so this could fluctuate a little bit. Bitcoin at 71,000 here, and Ethereum almost to 3,900. These are the two top dogs in the market right now. BNB also, though, it actually went up 17% and reached over 100 billion market cap again. So BNB is starting to climb. Solana almost back up to 200. It's at $173 and back up to that 80 billion market cap. So things are looking good right now. We're still bullish. Things are going well. We need to push up higher, though, and get Bitcoin up above 72,000. If we can get up above 72,000, really need to break this all-time high. I think is 73,800 or 73,500, somewhere in that range. We need to break above that so we can make the next target for Bitcoin is probably around 84,000 after that. So let's jump into the Bitcoin chart here. So we're looking at the Bitcoin chart here. We're still struggling to get above this 50-day EMA. This average here is what we really need to get above. We were above it here, and then we had this correction from the all-time high of 74,000, somewhere around there, 73,800, whatever it was, back down, and we got down to like 59,000. That move put us back under that 50-day EMA. We need to get above that. If we can get above that, things will be looking good again. I'll show you why here. So if we go back to the previous cycle, and if we take a look at Bitcoin for the previous cycle here, hopefully this is just the beginning of this one. It should be based off from what we've done in the past. But if we go all the way back to 2020 here and take a look at this chart, once we got above this 50-week or 50-day EMA here, we never looked back. We just kept climbing and into the main bull run here. We hit that new all-time high of 65,000 something, and then we had this bloody correction here, and this bloody correction here was in May. This was right around Mother's Day, and I remember that day like it was yesterday because my portfolio tanked so bad. It was very painful, very, very painful. I mean, look at that. 2 weeks, it went from like 59,000 all the way down to 29,000. So 50% move for Bitcoin in just a matter of 2 weeks. It was like 25% and 25%, bam, bam. You thought it was over here, and then nope, it hit you again even harder the next week. So that will be what happens in crypto. You just don't know when it's going to happen. So that's why it's important to take out profits on the way up. Luckily, the bull run wasn't over, and we climbed up and made a new all-time high before we crashed and came back down. And people thought here we were just taking a breather and we're going to take off again. We didn't. That was the end. We just kept going down from there, back down to like 15,000. So you guys got to stress. I want to stress to you guys to take out profits on the way up because you just don't know when the bull run is over. Now, we're probably just getting started here. Things are looking like we're going to start taking off. This would be the next target here, up to 84,000. And hopefully we get above this 50-day average here. If we can get above that, it should be hopefully free sailing here into the next all-time high. Hopefully that'll be the case here. I'm looking forward to it. I added a bunch of Bitcoin to the ETF to my 401k. Because I think that is going to be the way to go for the future. Not all of it, of course, but a good chunk of it I put in Bitcoin because I think Bitcoin's the future, and I'm going to show you some of the price predictions in this video of what it could do here in the next few years. But hopefully we're going to get up here and hit this 84,000 target for the next one, and we take off from here. I want to cover this news in this article here. This is actually some pretty big news. Coinbase debuts its smart contract wallet. And they're gunning to bring the 1 billion users to crypto here, promising a simple setup and gasless transactions. The self-custody wallet is designed to work across networks and apps. So this is very interesting here. This could be a game changer and help with mass adoption for crypto. Top U.S. crypto exchange Coinbase has unveiled its promised smart wallet, a product it says is designed to reduce hurdles for new users looking to get started in the DeFi space. Smart Wallet allows users to create a free, secure self-custody wallet in just a few seconds. The simplified onboarding reduced the number of transactions to be signed and seamlessly let you to use your Coinbase balances. So you'll be able to use your Coinbase balances with this wallet. So that is good also. So instead of your typical seed phrases, smart wallets make the use of industry standard passkeys and a companion web portal connecting to Base, Ethereum, Optimism, Arbitrum, Polygon, Avalanche, BNB, and Zora networks as of the launch. So this is interesting here, and it says Coinbase's new wallet aims to address challenges to the typical DeFi user experience, which is very true. There's a lot of people out there right now that watch my channel. A lot of people, even in Telegram and Discord, they're not really comfortable using DEXs. And, this will hopefully simplify things for them and make it a simplified user experience so people can get into crypto, feel more comfortable, be safer with it, hopefully not get hacked, hopefully not lose their wallet. So this is very interesting. I hope this is as good as they're claiming it will be. I'm sure there's going to be some things that need to be worked out on it, and there will be improvements along the way, but this is a good start for mass adoption. So it said until now, on-chain has been slow, expensive, and hard with separate wallet app installs with first-generation blockchains. With the smart wallet, users can create a new wallet using a Face ID, a Google Chrome profile, a YubiKey. That's a little key. It's like a USB key that you plug into your laptop or your phone, and a fingerprint unlock feature or Face ID. Now, just remember, the YubiKey is great, but if you lose your YubiKey and somebody else gets hold of it, you're pretty much screwed. So just remember that. You can make a duplicate YubiKey, I believe. So if you lose one, you still have a backup. The best thing to do if you're going to use a YubiKey is to have a backup, number one, in a safe place that nobody can get to. And if you lost your other YubiKey, I would take your spare, get access to your wallet, and transfer all your funds to a new wallet and toss those YubiKeys out and get a new one. Because you just don't know if somebody gets a hold of that. Yes, they would have to know your wallet information probably to use it. They can't just plug it in and get access. It's not like your seed phrase. But they still, if they did somehow log into your account and that, they could use the YubiKey to accept transactions and stuff. So keep that in mind. But Face ID would probably be good. Google Chrome profile is probably good. Google Chrome's pretty secure, and you can set up a Google authentication for that. So I highly recommend that if you're using Google Authenticator, which is excellent to do. It's safer than using the like a text to your phone, because people can SIM swap you and still get access to your stuff if they SIM swap you and get a text to their device instead of yours, and they get your code. The Google Authenticator is probably safer in my opinion, but I highly recommend that if you have like a spouse or significant other or a very trusting family member, that you copy your Google authentication information to their device so you have a backup, or you have a second device like another phone or tablet that is secure, that you copy it on there so you have a backup in case you lose your main device. Because if you lose that Google Authenticator on your phone, you're pretty much screwed. You can't really get it back for the most part. I think there's a way you can tie it actually to your Google account, but then if somebody gets access to your Google account, they have access to your Google Authenticator. So I don't tie my authenticator to my Google account. I have it specifically in my device, and then I have a backup as well. And I also keep all of them in a secure folder that's locked with a high password, then higher than just your 4 digits on your phone to log in, or 6 digits, or whatever it is to use. You want to keep that in a secure folder on your device as well, so there's another password that's stronger to use to get into your crypto apps and your Google Authenticator and stuff like that. And it's even good to have 2 devices where you keep your crypto apps on one in a secure folder and your authentication on the other in a secure folder, so if they get a hold of one, they don't have both. So keep that in mind. I don't have everything on one device. That's a bad idea, just in case you lost your phone or whatever. So keep that in mind, and never have your crypto on a laptop or a computer that you're using for other stuff. I always keep everything completely separate from my personal use in my crypto use. So just in case you get onto a malicious site or anything can happen with your personal device. You never know what stuff happens on websites that you're surfing and that. And what you click on accident, that could get them access to your wallet. So be careful and keep your crypto on a completely separate device. Just a word of advice out there. You can go buy a $200 laptop and make sure you get a brand new laptop from a trusted, store, not a used one, because somebody could put spam software on it. So just be careful out there. But anyways, back to the smart wallet. Sorry for getting sidetracked there. This is great. This will help with mass adoption. I'm glad that Coinbase is being the forefront for this. And with all the stuff that they're coming out with, it's really positive. Now, they were asked in an interview recently if they're going to be launching a base coin. As of right now, they have no plans for launching a base coin. They are they've kind of wanted to do that, but they said the regulatory environment in the U.S. is so unfriendly for crypto projects right now that it's too expensive for them to start and launch a coin on base and run all that, because they would have to deal with all the legal issues, fighting the SEC and everything else that they don't want to run into, that they're already dealing with just being a crypto exchange. They don't want the headaches of having a coin and running into legal issues with that. Now, they've said that the possibility might come up if we get that FIT 21 bill and some clear regulation in place that they can follow and use as a framework, that they might consider launching a coin after that regulation is in place and there's a clear process for them to launch a coin safely without having to deal with all the legal issues. So maybe they will down the road, but there are no plans for a base coin as of yet. And right now their stock is doing well. They're getting good revenue. Their shares are doing well with Coinbase stock and that. So they are profitable in that aspect, and there is revenue coming into Coinbase. So they are cash positive, I believe, right now. So that is a good thing. So I'm going to jump into this article here by Yahoo Finance. Billionaires are buying this crypto ETF that could soar over 1,000% up to 5,400%, according to certain Wall Street analysts. Bitcoin rallied 154% over the past year. Several factors made that resurgence possible, including a rotation back to risk assets as recession fears diminished. However, the approval of the Bitcoin Exchange Traded Fund, the ETF, certainly contributed to those gains, and absolutely did. And they're saying there could be more gains coming up in the future here. So the SEC, as you guys know, approved the Bitcoin ETFs. They're saying here that there's all these different millionaires and investors and billionaires buying shares of Bitcoin Trust here. And they're saying that certain analysts have provided bold predictions in the wake of the SEC's approval. For instance, Anthony Scaramucci, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, of Skybridge Capital believes Bitcoin could eclipse the market cap of gold. That would put Bitcoin at roughly $800,000 per coin, implying about 1,050% upside from its current price of $69,000. So will we see a 10x on Bitcoin? Possibly. It's more than a 10x technically here. I think eventually it's going to get there. I think it's definitely going to get to the market cap of gold. It's just a matter of time. I think that it's going to take some time to get there. I don't think it'll happen this cycle, but I definitely think by 2029, 2030, we could possibly see Bitcoin easily getting up there. There's analysts predicting it to be well over $1 million by then, but we'll have to see what happens here. All I know is that my goal for this cycle is to get as much out in fiat as I can and reinvest a good chunk of that into Bitcoin for the future, because I think Bitcoin is going to be that home run asset for our financial freedom. It's definitely not going to be the US dollar at this rate. Kathy Wood, most of you guys know her. She's saying that the ETFs will eventually capture about 5% of institutional assets that are currently under management. That prediction puts Bitcoin at roughly $3.8 million per coin, and that would be like a 5,400% upside from its current price, over 5,000% or more than a 50x. Here's what investors should know. They're saying that the ETF could boost for demand because the supply is limited to 21 million max coins. And like some people have mentioned before, there's been a lot of the coins that are lost forever. And we don't even know how many out there lost forever, but there's a lot of Bitcoin that has been lost forever and will be lost forever from people who lose their Metamask wallet or Trust wallet or whatever access to funds out there, and they lose their seed phrase to, you know, theft, fire, whatever it is. People lose their seed phrase and lose the keys to their Metamask wallet and that, or their Trezor, Ledger, whatever it is. They lose it, and their crypto and Bitcoin is gone forever. So you have to take that into consideration as well, that there's a lot of crypto out there that'll never be on the market ever again, and that includes quite a bit of Bitcoin. So the point of this is Bitcoin is a scarce asset. It has a limited number. Nobody can do anything about the limited number of Bitcoin. You can't produce more, and there's financial institutions rushing in to buy Bitcoin, and it's going to start off at 0.5%. It's going to go to 1%. It's going to go to 3%. It's probably going to go to 5%, possibly more. And once it does that, people are not going to look back from Bitcoin. You think Bitcoin is FOMO? You think there's FOMO to Bitcoin now? Just wait till Bitcoin gets at over $100,000. There's going to be people rushing into this thing like crazy, and they're not going to want to miss out on the Bitcoin train. But, you know, eventually Bitcoin is likely going to be higher in price. Now, I don't have a crystal ball. I can't guarantee that, so it's not financial advice. But in my opinion, I'm going to be investing pretty hard into Bitcoin. I've put a lot of money in my 401k into it, not all of it, of course, because I don't want everything all into Bitcoin. But I took some of my funds that were high risk ones. I sold those that weren't doing so great, and I put them into Bitcoin. That's just kind of my plan with it. But I'd appreciate it, guys, if you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit the like button. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. All right, guys, I appreciate it. That's pretty much what I got for this video. We'll see you on the next one.